Together and bring to the stage all the way from over the bridge, your house comic, Nani.
That was fucking awesome. Joker's wild. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah.
Awesome. Because when I say Jokers, you say wild. Jokers. Wild. Jokers.
Wow.
Oh, that is. Whew. I almost came a little bit. She's just picturing it right now. She's like, I feel you, girl. I feel you. I feel you. Comedy's hard. We have an amazing show lined up for you tonight. We have two amazing comics in the building. Before we get them out here, there are just a few things that I think we should go over. The first of which, I am not naughty. Not until 4 a.m. and like 8 shots, right? I'm actually filling in for him. He's actually performing for doctors across the hall. If he gets done in time, he'll appear. It'll be awesome sauce. Thank you guys for being in the front row, man. This is awesome. Normally these seats are empty because I reserved them for my fans. So it's cool that you guys are here. And to you guys in the back, I hope you're getting hand jobs. Right? You guys, because you're right fucking in front of me, but there are people in the dark, right? And I think for every couple in here that's like, oh my god, I would never. There's like one couple that's totally like. I don't know why my hand jobs sound like I'm trying to get squirrel seed out of my hand. Life. Man, God, it's so good for you guys to be here and support live comedy. It really means the world to us, right? I did a show last night, and we could have done that one in my room, right? We could have done it in my car. But this is nice, man. This is good. And actually, unbeknownst to you guys, last year I was here. There was this magic variety act next door in the theater that was just crushing us. Crushing us. And I sound bitter. I'm not. Man, you are striking. I'm not really bitter. I knew what was happening. That was an all-ages show. You could take your kids to that show. Yay, kids. This show is kind of like an airplane. I don't think kids should be here. Just check those fuckers with your luggage, right? I think we all quietly agree on that. But if I'm really honest, right, and it sounds crazy, but it's really magicians at the end of the day that kind of weird me out a little bit. I'm not saying they're all bad people, I'm just saying they're kind of creepy, right? Listen, I don't trust anybody that does this with their fingers, right? Don't do it. Ladies in the audience, of which there are many, and you're all very attractive. If tonight you met a handsome gentleman with a dynamic personality, got a little intoxicated after dinner and dancing, decided to take him back to your room for a little bit of sex, right before it happens, he goes like this. Get the fuck out of there. Because you were going to disappear. It's preposterous. I know, I'm insane. But I'm not that insane. I have nightmares about them failing at magic school and then slipping into some other profession unbeknownst to the rest of the populace. Imagine, you're at the doctor's for an annual checkup. You're bent over. A glove goes on. Dr. Magic is all like, oh, Mr. So-and-so, what's this? And you're just like, oh God, tell me it's not cancer. And he's like, nope, it's a quarter. Proceeds to pull this never-ending rainbow handkerchief out of your ass. No. But it's nice, man. It's nice to be here. I really do love performing at this hotel. It's an awesome experience. My first day, I really didn't do too much. Some light shopping. Not so much shopping as picking up random shit off of beach chairs. If you're laughing, I'm not wearing your clothes. I also like to go to all the restaurants. I think the restaurants here are pretty awesome. I think sometimes marketing kind of screws a restaurant a little bit. I'll give you an example. It's like, hey Bill, I think we should open up a Chinese food restaurant here in the hotel. That is an amazing idea, Kyle. But whatever would we call it? Something original, I hope. How about chopsticks? Pretty sure that's racist, right? Like, and insulting the people who play classical piano, right? God, it's just... But I think sometimes marketing and a restaurant really have a great synergy. Nobu. Holy shit. Have you guys been there? That place is amazing. It's a little pricey, but amazing. All the chefs there have like no less than 20 years experience preparing sushi. All the fish is farmed from the ocean daily. Nobu. Great name for a restaurant. Because anytime I've ever walked through the casino with a girl and she's been like, we should eat there sometime, I'm like, Nobu. I'll let it sink in. Explain to your friends, it's fine. But it is good to be here, right? Like, and it's like, it's crazy. Like, comedy is so crazy. Like, I will tell you this. There is a magician in the act tonight, and he is one of the magicians that I completely respect. So I don't want you to think when he gets up here, it's weird. He's fucking weird. Anyway. But it's something that you kind of learn in comedy, right? Like there's this great camaraderie. You see a lot of things. You go to a lot of places. I think a lot of people think that you get into comedy strike it rich. You do not. Like this is a great. You guys are a great fucking audience. This is awesome. Before this, I was in Yankton, South Dakota for 2 weeks. Yankton, South Dakota, dog. I mean, I'm just saying, like, here's what happened. You guys quieted up on me a little bit. Maybe you don't like the F word. But here's what happened. My manager calls me up, and he's like, Mark, do you want to do 2 weeks in Yankton, South Dakota? And I was like, no. And then he was like, at a strip club. And I was like, yes. Because I was thinking like a Las Vegas strip club. No. This was like a truck stop strip club, right? Like instead of young rookies on their way up, it was just grizzled veterans on their way out. Don't judge me. Listen, you know you're not in a good strip club when you start to enforce the rules yourself, right? I don't think you should touch me. I love this rolling laughter that you guys have. I feel like you're not sure. I feel like there are people with stripper friends in this part of the fucking room. It's crazy. You know the best part though is that inevitably at the end of every night, one of the dancers would come up to me and be like, after you're done your set, do you want to get out of here? And I would laugh because I'd be like, I don't think you're ever getting out here. That was kind of mean. Sorry to any strippers in the room. Before I get out of here, guys, before I bring up your featured comedian for the evening, I'm not an idiot, right? Like, I know that there's this elephant in the room. You guys have been staring at me. It's written all over your face. You're like, man, where do we get pot from? Me, F and Joe. I'm just kidding, they have cameras. But I did want to give you a hookup, right? Taxi cab drivers. These guys are everywhere. All day long I had this tinted van following me around the resorts with a very aggressive look on inside going, hey man, do you want to go to a party? And I don't have any willpower. So I was like, sure. Take me to this party of which you speak so highly, sir. So he hops out of his cab and he leads me behind this building and he starts shuffling around in his pants. That is not a party that I am prepared to go to. But after about 2 seconds, he pulls out his hand, and I'm just like, oh, thank God. Drugs. Because he was black, guys. And listen, before you judge me, I think there's something that you should know. If I was going to get man-raped on a drug deal gone horribly awry, I think I'd like to be performing in Asia. Now I get the feeling there are people with Asian friends in the room. And I get that. Man, I'm sorry. I took it too far. I get that. You know, I told that joke like 3 nights ago. After the show, me and these other comics were up front, selling merchandise, shaking hands, signing titties. It could happen. And this guy, just drunk as a skunk, beelines it for me. Like, he bursts through the doors, he's drunk, he's pissed. He's like, hey, funny man, you should be ashamed of yourself. And I was like, you should not have worn that shirt with those pants. Because I thought we were sharing. We weren't. And I was like, dude, I don't get it. I thought the audience had a good time. I had a good time. I was like, what's your beef? And he was like, yeah, funny boy. What you gonna do one of these days when an Asian with a giant penis comes up to you at the end of a show? Same thing I do with a unicorn or a dragon came up to me to a puppet show. They don't exist. You guys are fucking terrible, and this is gonna bode well for the rest of the show. Are you guys having a good time? All right, well, I will keep you waiting no longer. Your featured comedian for the evening is God, he's the person who got me started in comedy. He is